It's Late Night with Hebro. And now, here's your host, Hebro77.
Hey everybody, I'm your host with the most that likes to spread peanut butter and jelly on my toast, Hebro77 here. And I'm just doing a short broadcast. I'm going to do like a radio broadcast. We're going all the way back to the days of yore. And we're just going to do sort of like a radio broadcast, or I'm going to pretend like I can't see my audience. You guys can't see me. You guys can only hear me. And I'm just going to talk about some stuff here. I was up and I thought, what the hell? Everyone else might as well be up too. So, sorry, I just ate a piece of cheese. You know what I hate is like when you're eating, or when you buy cheese and it's in that wrapper. You know what I'm talking about? Like, hold on a second. I'll be right back. I got to go get the cheese. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So you go and you get cheese out of your refrigerator. And you go, and it's the resealable cheese, but it's not very resealable. It's in one of those weird packages, kind of like this. Let me show you. All right, let's start the camera. I'm only going to hold up the cheese. It's like this, and it's in one of these sort of resealable containers where you got to like peel it back. See what I'm saying? But, well, you get it. And then you peel off the first layer of cheese, and there's dry, crusty stuff on top. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all dry. What I'd like to do, and I've never really came to this conclusion, is to take the cheese out of those packets and put them in Ziploc bags. And then you don't get the dry, crusty stuff on top. That's good cheese. But anyway, a lot of weird stuff going on here lately. We talked a lot about it. We talked a lot about the weird stuff going on in the world on Shifty Sunday. But I don't know. A lot of horrible things out there in YouTube land. And everybody's saying, well, Hebro, why don't you leave YouTube and go to, what's the name of that website again? Crazy Town? Wizardry? Well, what is it called? Don't tell me. I'll figure it out. Hold on. Weirdoville. Odyssey. That's it. Odyssey. All right. So, sorry if you guys can hear me eating cheese over the airwaves. But, stranger things have happened. But when you go over to, everyone's jumping ship and going to Odyssey. I'm not quite there yet. I don't think I'm going to go to Odyssey. So, but there's a lot of weird things in the world. And it all depends on what perspective you look at it from. Man, my walls are coming apart. But I'll show you what I mean by perspective. Let me show you. Look, I got this Kentucky Fried Chicken cup, right here. I'm going to put my hat on. I don't like my haircut. Is there any spiders in here? Sometimes you got to check your hats for spiders. But well, now that hat just looks weird. Anyway, you look at this cup and you see Colonel Sanders on the cup, right? Well, some of you might see Colonel Sanders. You see the beard, the goatee, or whatever it is, and then you see, what do you see here? What do most of us see here underneath his chin? Well, a lot of us see like a necktie, like one of those country southern, I call them the Boss Hog neckties, right? That's what that's supposed to be. But my daughter, a couple of years ago, I think it's been quite a few years ago, pointed out, and I never would have seen this had she not pointed this out, but this boa tie, I think it's called boa necktie here, if you look closely, it almost looks like the colonel has a really big head on a tiny body with tiny arms and skinny legs. Isn't that just cool? It's like a different perspective. And that's really what I talk about when I talk about perspective. Let's see, we got a bunch of comments here. Let me check the comments. See what we have. We got Philo Fire, we got Country Bee so far, and they're leaving a lot of comments. Honey Peach, Mountain Dew. Yes, I have. I believe I have. I know, right? Like a stick man. Turn him upside down. Well, let's see what happens when we turn him upside down. And see, that's another interesting thing from a different perspective. From this perspective, it looks like he looks like a chicken. He's got a big chicken body here. That's where the head would be cut off here, because that's where the hole would be. Not the head, the head, the neck would be here, and the chicken wings here and here on the side of his face. And this here, his bow tie, represents a skewer skewing right down the middle of a chicken. Now you turn it sideways. I don't really know what you get sideways, but anyway, different perspectives is what I'm trying to get at here. We can look at different perspectives. And the other thing is the abbreviation for Kentucky Fried Chicken is KFC, but it's no longer Kentucky Fried Chicken, actually. Kentucky Fried Chicken Corporation was bought out by PepsiCo or Pepsi Foods or whatever you want to say, and they actually didn't want the name Kentucky Fried Chicken on their product. So this is what they settled with, because the name Kentucky Fried Chicken is a recognized brand. Everyone knows Kentucky Fried Chicken. They kept the initials because they no longer wanted to associate this with with Kentucky, because it sounded too Southern-ish. True story. That's what the spokesperson for Pepsi, in a memo to his CEO, or the CEO sent a memo out to all the employees saying that they can no longer refer to this as Kentucky Fried Chicken. Anyway, I'm going to shut my camera off now because you're seeing red in the background. You see that red? That's reflecting off of the cup. So I'm going to turn my camera off. Plus, as I said before, I do not like my haircut. You thought I had liquid in here, didn't you? That's where you're like, yeah, flip it over. That's funny. I will put liquid in there eventually. Clean it up real good. I had tea in there. But anyway, different perspectives. It's interesting. Let me exit here. There we go. And that's kind of my whole point on jumping ship and going to I had it. I said it like 3 times and I lost it. What is it called again? Weirdo Land? Let's just call it Weirdo Land. I like that name better. Better than Odyssey. There, I said it. I just remembered Odyssey. So in Weirdo Land, you jump ship. You go over to Weirdo Land. And you're there for a little while, and then they start changing their policies. Because eventually, all broadcast stations, all social media platforms eventually have to change their policies. They're either forced to by the government or other corporations because they get corporate sponsors, and the corporate sponsors then take over because eventually they start losing money because they're not making any money because they're a smaller server. And with a smaller server, you need corporate sponsors nowadays to survive. You cannot have a small server nowadays. You can't have a small social media platform. It works out fine for a little while, but then after a while, it catches up to you, and it's like, shit. So it's really all the same thing. It's kind of like the whole grass is greener on the other side kind of metaphor. You get to that house that you always wanted, and you get there, and eventually you just start having the same problems that you had at your old house. Grass is never greener on the other side. It just seems greener until you get over there, and then you realize there's a bunch of crabgrass in there. Let's see. Now we got some new comments. Let me go ahead and look at those. Evil money. Yeah. Evil doer. What the heck? Evil doers, money, energy, neutral. Yeah. Exactly. And then when watch the half-hour so many movie with Mario Lopez. No, but I have a full-length Super Mario Brothers movie that I put out using action figures. And I gotta say, I'm not patting myself on the back here, but it's got to be a lot better than the actual Super Mario Brothers movie. But looking back on it now, there are so many play sets now. If you go to the Lego section there at Walmart, you can find almost an entire scene of Mario, like every single level, every single castle. Of course, you got to put it all together, but it's kind of neat. They have this. Now, they do have ones that I think that aren't Lego, that are Mario scenes. If I had those things when I put out my Mario movie, I would have put out a way better Mario movie. But I think that creativeness is something that you either have or you don't. People always say that God gave us the gift of creation, which is true to a certain extent. But there are people that are more creative than others. And we're all creative in our own ways. Don't get me wrong. But to be fair, I mean, I can't draw worth a crap. My daughter can draw really well. Wife can draw really well. I can play the keyboards. I can't sing for shit. But I can play the keyboards really well. I can play from ear. You know, I can put stuff together really well. Sort of. Electronic stuff. Not like now you give me a desk that came from Walmart and I ain't gonna be for shit because those damn things don't make any sense. Connect A with part B and then connect B with part D and then part D with part C. Meanwhile, you're looking at the picture and all the parts look exactly the same. Like, really? Can you show me a variant of this so I know exactly what I'm supposed to be connected? Is it this one? And then you line the parts up and you see one shorter than the other. You're like, damn, no, that can't be it. And then you get another part and you're like, no, this can't be it. This has to go here. It's all guesswork. It really is. I've got something here right now I can put my camera on, actually. That's kind of what I call the leaning tower of a DVD rack. Well, it's not a rack. It's supposed to be a bookshelf. I bought 2 bookshelves, and they stack on top of each other. And this thing scares the hell out of me. Like, I think any day now, I'm going to walk into the room, and this thing's going to just land on top of me. With my luck, it probably would. I still got a bruised shin bone. Let me feel that. Yeah, that's still kind of painful. I can walk on it, but damn, it's swollen still. I got a SpongeBob Band-Aid on it because when I hit it on the trailer hitch, it broke the skin. So I got the SpongeBob Band-Aid on it. Man, my fingers are just itchy as shit. Oh man, that skin is just peeling off there. Why is that so itchy? I washed my hands really good. Maybe it's the soap. You know, the detergent, because I'm not using regular hand soap. I'm using like dishwashing liquid, like what do you call it? Oh, that reminds me, I gotta go get my cholesterol pill. Hold on, I'll be right back. Dang it. I always forget that cholesterol pill. I can't have grapefruit juice or grapefruit. That's what made me think about the dishwashing soap. I did love it the time. I did you. I did you. All right. There we go. I've got it. Yeah. I think my dishwashing soap does have grapefruit in it, but it's probably not real grapefruit, so I don't think it hurts me. But man, like this finger, like right here, my index finger, just here, I'll put it on camera. Check this out. Look at that right there. Can you see that? I've been scratching away at that. Guess I need to put something on there, but man, it's so itchy. It's like right there. I scratched it till it did that. So, yeah, I guess I need to put something on there. I can't help it, man. I got to take the statins. I know they're bad drugs, but I got to have them. I can probably get natural stuff, but with my cholesterol levels, the natural stuff's not even going to touch it. Plasma? No, they ain't no plasma. That's just skin. I peeled away the first 2 layers, I guess. But ain't no plasma. Anyway, I'd never recommend either way. Well, I appreciate that, DD74, but really I do have to take them Unfortunately. So, or at least I'm programmed that I have to take them. I don't know. But anyway, speaking of stink, you ever get to that point in your life where you can smell yourself like you're doing things, and then you go, man, I want to take a shower, but I got yard work to do in the morning, and you're like, I want to take a shower, but I plan on working out tomorrow. I'll just wait till I'm done with that. And then you don't get around to it. And you're like, oh, I'm going to work out the next day. So then you don't shower, and then you don't shower the next day. And then you kind of really need one real bad. So you go ahead and you take your shower. And then the very next day, you look out in your yard and you see weeds growing all the way around. And you're like, damn, I really got to take care of these weeds. And then you finally break down and take a shower twice a day. Sucks because I only have so many towels, just saying. But anyway, where was I? I really need to put something on that finger, first of all. I've been playing MLB The Show. Man, you can really get addicted to that game, especially if you start your season and then you get into the regular season and you play one game and then you play another game. You're like, man, I want to play one more. There's a lot of games in your regular season. And you don't want to skip any of them because you take the chance of losing so many games, and then you get behind like 44 and 45 or so, and you're like, damn it. Now I got to restart everything because you don't want to lose all those many games. Plus, you want your stats on your ball players to go up. So it's kind of like when I play Madden, I never want to lose a game. So I play all of those Madden games. I play an entire season. I do franchise mode, or I do dynasty mode. I like the Madden games. But what I like to do, really, is this is the first baseball game I actually got for the Xbox One. The other I had another baseball game, but it was really stupid. It was called RBI Baseball, and it wasn't realistic. It was just dumb. Kind of reminded you of the old Super Nintendo baseball game, although the Super Nintendo baseball game was actually better. Seemed like it was more realistic. This game is just dumb looking. But anyway, what I like to do is I like to have, because I like to play my sport games, but I like to play them during the actual season when the games are, like baseball during baseball season and Madden during football season. That's the only two sport games I play, is football and baseball. I used to play a lot of basketball games, but I hate the NBA now, so I don't play any NBA games. I do the wrestling. Wrestling's fun. Wrestling can be played all year round. I don't like a lot of the stealth games like Halo and what's the other one? Splinter Cell. And what's the other one? Where you have simulated combat. I don't like those games. Let me read the comments here. Maybe one of you guys told me. Let's see here. Last good baseball. Yes. Yeah. Oh, I used to love playing NBA jams. Those games were fun, dude. Those games were fun. What was the other one? Was it Hot Hoops What was NBA Jams? Was that the one where you get so many shots in a row and then you'd get on fire and then the basketball would be on fire? That was fun. I used to love playing that game. Let's see here. What else? What's the other game I was thinking of? Where you're in the military. The hell's the name of that game? Hey, Miss Connie Joe's here tonight. Miss Connie Joe, I see you got a bunch of question marks there. We're just shooting the breeze. This isn't the regular show. I'm just doing a late night with Hebrew. We're just hanging out and just shooting the breeze. That's all. By the way, last night I tried to get to your memes, but I haven't been on Facebook for so long that I actually got kicked out of it when I tried to get on. Plus, my computer did something really weird last night, and it shut me out. And I actually lost internet. Armor Up had to take over. I know you were here. I know you were there last night. You probably knew about that, but yeah, it was really weird. So I'm sorry I couldn't share any of your memes, but maybe next week, if the internet's not, or maybe Thursday, I'll share them. Hopefully Sadji will be around by then. The audition. Well, I'll tell you what, I know you're going to do great. You do great at any audition or tryout that you try out for. You're a great singer, Connie Joe, and you're a great actress. You're going to do really, really well, I think, and you'll get the part. You'll be right up there with, I can't think of anybody right now. Never mind, but don't worry about it so much. I know it's nerve-wracking. It could be nail-biting and all that stuff. See, there you go. Fellow Fire sent you a 4-leaf clover. There's for some good luck. Good luck. So, all right. I talked about it briefly last night that I'm going to make this Ghostbuster movie. And the whole idea is that it's going to be done, the Ghostbusters, like the guys at CERN, they turn on the machine, the collider, whatever you want to call it. And as they do that, it opens up a portal. And that portal is sending in the spirits and ghosts and the demons and all that on the earth. But at the same time, it's also swallowing the earth. Like it's changing it's hard to explain, but it's swallowing the earth little by little, but replacing it with a different earth from a different dimension. And that dimension is pretty much the opposite of what we're living in now. It's pretty much this opposite world where everything's evil and twisted and turned upside down. And so in that movie, the letters, the words, and Bible changes and all that is going to take place. It should be a really neat movie that I'm doing. It's going to take a really long time to finish, but just like the Spider-Man movie I made, should be really good. It's going to be lots of fun to make, I'm sure. And what else? Oh, besides that happening, their ecto-containment unit, every time they bust a ghost and then trap it inside the ecto-containment unit, the ghost is going to come out through that portal. So they're going to have a leakage inside their ecto-containment unit. So we're going to see a lot of old ghosts. Like we're going to see one of the Terror Dogs, possibly the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man will make a return. Maybe Gozer will make a return in that movie. Who knows? It's going to be epic. It's going to be really great. There's an actual new Ghostbuster movie coming out. It'll be out in November. It was supposed to be out in June of this year, but they postponed it because of COVID. Actually, it was supposed to be out June of last year, but they postponed that because of COVID. And now the theaters are reopening and things are going back to somewhat normal. But I can't wait to see it. I've got both Ghostbusters 1 and 2, the original Ghostbuster movies, what I consider to be the only Ghostbuster movies, because we're not counting that other one. I've got every single line from both of those movies freaking memorized. Like this line right here.
Are you troubled by strange noises in the middle of the night?
Do you experience feelings of dread in your basement or attic?
Have you or any of your family ever seen a spook, specter, or ghost? If the answer is yes, then don't wait another minute. Pick up your phone and call the professionals.
Ghostbusters.
Our courteous and efficient staff is on call 24 hours a day to serve all your supernatural elimination needs.
We're ready to believe you.
One of my favorite lines in the movie, of course. And so there's other things I'll be working on. As you guys might or might not know, I do this little thing that's called the David Hasselhoff Show. I've got the third one out, which I got a bunch of silly commercials on there. And for those of you that don't know the history behind it, I started this David Hasselhoff Show many years ago. It's been over 12 years ago. And I did it under a different YouTube name, in which at that time I had over 1,000 subs on that channel, which at that time, 12 years ago, was a lot easier to get subs. And you didn't have to worry about your freedom of speech. You didn't have to worry about copyright issues. They were just getting into the whole copyright thing. It was very, very little. I mean, if you remember, there was a time on YouTube where you could show whole movies. Like if they were older movies, like they had The Wizard of Oz on there, or old TV shows like Three's Company, Cheers, Quantum Leap, The Incredible Hulk, Star Trek The Next Generation. All of that stuff at one time could be viewed on YouTube before Google took over. I think this is before Google bought YouTube. This was years ago. And it had so much of a better system. It really did. And that's kind of the point I'm making with this whole Odyssey thing. You know, right now they're all about freedom of speech, and you can do whatever you want on there, and you can show whatever clips you want. And I'm sure it's a great system, but who knows, 12 years from now, it'll be just like YouTube. It's going to become corporate. You just mark my words, as all things tend to do. But anyway, at that time, I'd come up with this goofy idea that, you know, I have the David Hasselhoff action figure and some other action figures. And I thought, wouldn't it be funny if I had like a David Hasselhoff show? So here is a clip from the very first, or maybe this is the whole thing, I don't know. The very first David Hasselhoff show. Now, I will say this one, it's on my other channel. My other channel is called Ghostbuster Guy 2001. You can look it up. You probably won't find it because it's probably buried under a lot of shit. But it's very grainy. The sound quality is very horrible. I'm just warning you that right now. But here's a clip. Very first one, 12 years ago. Whew, 12 years ago. Hi. Oh, and I forgot to mention, like, my motor fan's running at the time, so deal with that. Hi. Hello. Am I on? Is this thing on? Hello. I am Michael Knight. You may remember me from the top show Knight Rider.
And I'm here with my special guest, the Man of Steel himself, from Metropolis, Superman! Hello, Superman. Huh? Oh, hi there. Hi there, Michael. Michael, it's good to meet you. Yeah. Let me just... Hi.
Oh my gosh.
Nice to meet you.
That is an
Nice to
old
meet you.
webcam.
Uh-huh. Nice to meet you. Good to meet you. Now, we're interested, Superman. You made a movie. It came out in 2006. And it was called Superman Returns. Is this correct? Yeah. Yeah. Please, stay back there. Stay back. So, how was that movie? Well, I'll tell you. It was hard to make, and I made some friends on it. Hi, Spider-Man. Hey, Spider-Man, how you doing? Okay, so he wants to say hello to Spider-Man. Superman, please pay attention. Huh? Oh, yeah. So, you made such movies as
Superman's got a bit of ADHD
2,
there.
Superman 3, and your other movies went off into other subtitles, such as The Peace for War. Was it? No. A Chance for Peace, I think you mean. Yes. How did that go? Well, in that movie, I was raiding Metropolis, the world of all nuclear warheads, and they got destroyed, and then I destroyed them. Yes, very well. Then, Superman, it is nice having you on the program. As you can see, we are clearly running out of time. I must have my next guest. Yeah, well, let me tell you something. Superman Returns, The New Beginning, will be out in 2009, or 2011, I mean. My new Superman movie. Yeah, DC Comics runs kind of slow. Okay, well, now we have a next guest. Another guest for tonight's program on the Michael Knight program. Actually, I played Michael Knight in a TV show called Knight Rider. My actual name is David Hasselhoff, ladies and gentlemen. David Hasselhoff. After Knight Rider, I went on to play such films as Baywatch. That was a good one. Okay, and then you could see me in Click. Click was a good one. Shut up!
Oh man!
Shut
Who's he yelling
up!
at the- Oh,
God's
boy.
sakes! Get that dog off the set!
He's yelling.
Please.
Oh, yeah. I had a dog at that.
Shut up!
My neighbor's dog.
Shut
My
up!
neighbor's dog. That's who it is. Sorry
I'm
about the
Batman.
screaming, guys.
How you
Sorry
doing?
about the screaming.
I'm ridiculous fit. Batman is my next guy on the show! And we can get that dog to stop barking, please. God damn it. Fucking error report shit. Don't send.
Oh,
Anyway,
man.
I'm back.
Boy. 12
And
years ago, huh?
My next guest, as you may or may not know, is Batman. Batman, welcome to the show again. I'm Michael Knight. Nice to see you. Hi. I was in a bunch of movies myself. I saw you in those movies. Those are good movies. Good times. So, you had Batman, and then Batman Returns, and then tell me what happened after that. You had kind of a dramatic change, a dramatic turn, as it were. Can somebody please get that stupid dog to shut up? Well, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get that stupid dog to shut up. At the same time, she won't shut up. Therefore, she keeps barking. Therefore, she keeps interrupting my program!
Oh, man.
Stupid dog. Anyways, we'll let that dog continue to bark while you tell me about your new movie coming out.
You can't even hear the dog barking.
Dark
That's the
Knight,
thing.
starring Christian Bell underneath that suit this
Oh,
time.
I can hear it now. Do you
Explain
hear
to
the
us
dog?
about the different bat suits and maybe the different people that played you. Yes, well, first there was Michael Keaton, and he played a good Batman.
Yeah, I hear the
darker
dog now.
Batman. A Batman directed by Tim Burton, who's a very dark director, who also directed Willy Wonka. Yes, we know Willy Wonka, good old Willy Wonka, and some other various Edward Scissorhands, for example. That was a good movie. I appreciated it. Move over, Hasselhoff. Now then, audience, I am Batman. You've seen me in a bunch of movies, yes, but Batman Dark Knight will be my most awesomest Batman movie yet. And very good. And who's supposed to be in this Dark Knight movie? Mr. Batman? Well, for one, the Joker. The Joker? That's good. That's good. Who else? Two-Face. Two-Face will be in it, ladies and gentlemen. Two-Face! Alright, well, that's all the time we have for now. I'd like to thank my guest, Mr. Batman, Mr. Dark Knight himself, the Cape Crusader, the crime fighter of all crimes, Mr. Batman. Batman? Huh? I hate when he does that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go to a short commercial break, and when we return, I will be talking to my old partner from the 1980 series Knight Rider, Kit. When we return,
By the way,
all
I
that
can't
and
pause
more
this.
on the new David Hasselhoff Spantacular Show. What the
I
hell
have
was
no
that?
idea how
It's
long
like a
this
giant
is.
hand just went in front of me. Can we get another shot of that, please? Oh, we're out of time? You mean we're off the air? Well, good. I'm getting tired of talking in that stupid voice. Jeez. Freaking stupid people, man. Stupid people watching this show. God dang it. Mr. Hasselhoff, huh? We're still on the air, sir. Crap! Why do you tell me these things? You're my producer. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. We're experiencing technical difficulties. I apologize for whatever I said that may have offended YouTube fans and fans around the world. This is David Hasselhoff signing off. So long. There's that giant hand. Man, what the hell? Why can't I get rid of that giant hand? It keeps... There he goes again. Jesus Christ. Hey, baby. Huh? No, honey. I'm broadcasting live. Oh, sorry. Hey,
Oh, wow.
Hi, everybody. Hi, I'm David Hasselhoff's girlfriend.
I wasn't really broadcasting
Get off
live
the
at that
frickin'
time either.
set. Sorry. Anyways, ladies
Or at least
and
I don't
gentlemen,
think
we'll
they
be
didn't have
right
live
back
streams back then.
with my pal and my friend Kit next on the Hasselhoff show. David Hasselhoff.
It was just called the Hasselhoff
Hey,
Show.
brother, let me tell you something. Not now, Hogan. After the commercial break. Oh, sorry. My bad. All right. So long, everybody. So long.
Okay, well, there you have it. That wasn't quite as bad as I remembered it, but it was still pretty bad. And of course, you had the dog barking there in the background. I see you guys are talking about something. Sometimes prelim, sometimes we all go through stuff. We all have stuff that happens to us. It's not easy living with depression and living with bipolarism. My wife has bipolar disorder, and she has what do you call that? Depression? Not clinical. Well, maybe it is clinical. I can't remember, but there's nothing wrong with that. And I'm sure that Propagate understood, and I'm sure everyone else understood. I don't know the entire story of what happened, but scrolling back up here, I do agree with Crunchy B about was it Crunchy B or Fellow Fire talking about Propagate recording everything. I don't like to say this on the air, but I agree with that. That is a pet peeve of mine. Not so much recording everything. That's fine. I mean, we're doing that right now. I mean, I'm recording. This is being recorded, for broadcast. So that doesn't matter. But when it comes down to broadcasting someone else's broadcast or a piece of their broadcast, it really is about 55 to 60% of Propagate's channel. And I'm not saying that he's not a good, he's a good guy, and I like Propagate, but he does seem to do that a lot. And I'll leave it right there. Let's see here. What do we got? You were talking about Justice League. Let's turn gears here. Justice League, a lot of people had a problem with Justice League movie. A lot of movie reviewers, a lot of my friends, they all had problems with it. And it does have its problems, yes. I'll admit that. I watched it in the movie theater. I never had any desire to get it on DVD or Blu-ray or digital copy or anything like that, or to even rewatch it. I have yet to watch the Snyder Cut. I'm going to probably do that here in the near future, but I'm going to have to set aside some time for that one because it is pretty long. I think it's 5 hours long or something like that. But despite all of its problems that it did have, I did enjoy watching it. It entertained me. It kept me entertained. It wasn't boring. The same thing with Batman versus Superman. It wasn't boring. It was a pretty decent movie to me to sit there and to watch. To have a good watch with your friends or whatever. But everything was rushed. And the motivations were kind of dumb. The motivation for Batman wanting to kill Superman was dumb. And then the motivation for Superman wanting to kill Batman was dumb because he's faster than a speeding bullet. He could have easily went and saved his mom quickly and saved Lois and saved them both. And did it within mere seconds. And not even had to fight Batman, not one bit. Now, if his motivation was because, Batman was fighting outside of the law and he was actually killing people, stuff like that, then yeah, Superman's motivations would have been a lot better off. But and then when Batman had him and he was about to kill him, and then Superman mentions, or not Superman, Lois Lane mentions Martha, and then Batman just turns off a switch. It's like, why'd you say that name? Why did you say Martha? That was ridiculous. That was really ridiculous. Like, of all the things. Okay, so his mother has the same name as yours. All right. So now all of a sudden you're not going to kill him, but 5 seconds ago you considered him a threat. It just, none of that stuff made sense. But the rest of the movie was fine. Just the motivations were weak. They had really weak motivations. And the other thing I had a problem with was Batman killing everybody. You can't establish your superhero if you are going to canonize your superhero and say that the one rule that he has is no killing, and then you obviously put killing throughout the entire movie, then you can't do it that. You can't have it both ways. You just can't. And then, like, when they did the Superman, they were brothers. They're brothers. They got the same mother. Did I say they had the same mother? I meant to say that they had the same name. I said they had the same mother, didn't I? Oh man. But anyway, as you guys know, I'm super into comic books and stuff like that. So no, that was 3 that had Richard Pryor. And what was so cool about that movie, but the third movie, a lot of people liked the third movie. A lot of people loved it, thought it was awesome. I hated that movie. I didn't hate it, but there was certain parts they should have cut out. The title sequence, for example, was just ridiculous. They had like the exploding penguins and the guy who fell down the manhole, the guy who put paint on the wrong side of the road or whatever, the guy that got hit with a pie in the face, Christopher Reeve almost getting hit with a pie in the face and then hitting the other guy with a pie in the face. It was a Three Stooges opening. It was like, you're going to have a comic book movie or are you going to do a comedy? And then you throw in oh no, wait. I was thinking about the fourth one. I was going to say Crier. That was the fourth one. But that right there just kind of like, okay. But once you got past that and they did they had the whole plot of the kryptonite that turned him evil, and then he had to fight himself. That was cool. That was pretty damn cool the way they pulled that off. I really love that part of the movie where he has to fight himself and the scrapyard. That was cool. And the whole the whole thing is they had something there, but they fucked it up. The whole idea of that supercomputer, it was supposed to be Brainiac. It was supposed to be Brainiac, and the Richard Pryor part was supposed to go to someone else, and it was supposed to be that one guy that you're supposed to say his name, and if you say his name, he disappears. I can't think of the character's name. But it was supposed to be Brainiac and that little tiny guy, and they were supposed to cause all this trouble. So they got rid of those ideas. They scrapped it because their budget got cut short. Their budget got cut short. They fired their director. The original director got fired. They hired some goofball. They fired 2 of the writers, did away with them, hired 2 goofball. They changed everything when they hired Richard Pryor for that movie. That was the whole thing. Like, they had all these really great plans, and when they hired Richard Pryor for the movie, they did away with all the really good ideas. Mm-hmm. Yep. I agree with you. But, you know, they had really good ideas. But anyway, looks like we're down to 2. Oh, okay, we jumped back up to 3. That's good. So let's get back to Crunchy Bee. I watched the new Mortal Kombat. Meh, was not bad, but lacking something. Yeah. You know, I've been wanting to watch that. I might watch that for a movie night some night. I think this week's movie night, I'm going to be watching Snake Eyes. the new Snake Eyes movie. That looks pretty good. Saw the trailer of that. By the way, I saw the what was that movie where the what's the name of that movie where the people, Mark Wahlberg, where he has several different lives, past lives and all that stuff. I saw that movie. It was just freaking horrible. I got to warn you guys. Mark Wahlberg, he can be a great actor if he wishes to be, but he always has to have someone funny to play off of. And I think that's what the problem was, is he didn't have a partner that he could play jokes off of. And when he's not being that goofy, weed smoking, wisecracking guy, and he's trying to do a serious movie, like, how are we the audience to believe that Mark Wahlberg could forge a freaking Japanese samurai sword? I mean, it just takes me out of the movie. I know we're supposed to spend some of our belief, but come on. It's crazy. Anyway, and I like Mark Wahlberg, but I only like him when he's playing like goofy characters. And it's just like Keanu Reeves. I liked the first Matrix. I thought it was a great movie. But then after that, it just went downhill, in my opinion. And I really didn't get into the John Wick movies, so I have no opinion about those. But just, you know, for some reason, I just see Keanu Reeves as a goofy character. I'm sorry, but what can I say? I just do. And I like him better when he's playing goofy characters. There's just certain actors and actresses that you like better when they're doing goofy characters. Now, the reverse of that is also true. When I see Bruce Willis or Sylvester Stallone or Arnold Schwarzenegger play a goofy character, I can't get into the movie. Those guys are supposed to play action heroes. And when they try to take on a less serious role, then it takes me out of the movie. It's like, oh my God, no, this is too goofy. These not serious, but these action star actors are playing good, like, you know, Stop or My Mom Will Shoot, Kindergarten Cop. And I think Burt Reynolds even did a goofy movie where he was being goofy, but we've seen him play a little bit goofy before. Burt Reynolds has a little bit, but he doesn't take it to extremes when he plays the goofy characters. So we're pretty much used to that. But when Bruce Willis did a goofy character, and him and who's that black guy? What's his name? I can't think of his name right now. Used to be on Saturday Night Live, and then he got in a terrible accident. Is it Stacey Morgan? Was that it? He was in a movie with Stacey Morgan. It was dumb. It was a dumb-ass movie. I like my action hero stars to be action hero stars, and I like my goofy characters to continue to play goofy characters, like when Jim Carrey tries to be serious when he does a serious movie. Now, I will say this. Jim Carrey can kind of... Tracy Morgan, that's it. Tracy Morgan. Or was it Kevin Hart? Maybe it was Kevin Hart. You're right. I think it was Kevin Hart. I don't know why I confused him with Tracy Morgan. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to do that. But anyway, the only one that can halfway pull off dramatic roles is Jim Carrey. He's been known to do that. I mean, we've seen him do that in the Truman Show. He did that. He did that. Yes Man was a goofy movie, but it was still somewhat serious. There was some other movie he did where he played a serious role. But, I mean, you know. Yeah. So, anyway, Kevin is the no seatbelt in the car at all was the SNL, though. Oh, I don't know. And I don't want to say what I was going to say about that. But anyway, that pretty much does it for this show. I appreciate you guys being here. It's 1:00 in the morning where I'm at. It could be 2:00 in the morning where some of you guys are at. I don't know. But I'm going to go ahead and eat a snack and probably go to bed. Probably play some more baseball. Go to bed. I created a character. I want to see if I can get him on my team. And one more thing I wanted to say, though, is when you're making nachos and you make them in the microwave, it's hard to get the cheese consistency just right. Like if you use that shredded cheese stuff, it just melts in a clump. And I hate that. But when you see them do it on a movie or a TV show or something, they get this they use the shredded cheese and it comes out really good. But when I try to do it and I use the shredded cheese, it just all comes out in one lump. And I use like butter and, you know, I make sure it's nice and melted and all that stuff. And it still just comes out in one clump. The best thing I could think of is to use the jar of cheese. Either use the jar of cheese or Velveeta. Or, you know, imitation Velveeta. Which is kind of an oxymoron because Velveeta is an imitation cheese anyway. It's not real cheese. But anyway, yeah, queso dip. Queso dip's good on nachos. You got to get those jalapeno peppers in there too, though. Those are the best things. But hey, we have Pillow Fire, Michael Fontaine. Michael Fontaine. And now I will say Michael Fontaine in my really loud voice.
Michael Fontaine!
I still got it. DD74 was here. Crunchy B. Good to see Crunchy B join the team. And of course, Preliminal in the house. Connie Joe. We hope that she gets the part. In fact, I know she's going to get that part. She does good. She's really good. And let's see here. I think that's all I have on my list. There might have been one or two lurkers. I don't know. But anyway, it's great to see all you guys. Thanks for staying up late with me. And I'll see each and every one of you next time. Much love and no regrets. Take care, everybody.
Are you troubled by strange noises in the middle of the night?
Oops, wrong thing. Hold on. If you're not, you're going to be now. No, I'm kidding. Good night, everybody. Take care.
Well, that does it for tonight's show. It's been real, and it's been fun. And yes, it's even been real fun. But as all good things do, they must end. But remember, there will always be another show. Oh, at least I hope there'll be another show. As long as my internet keeps going and I'm still alive, I guess there'll be another show. But anyway, until next time, remember, that snakes don't always bite, but when they do bite, oh brother, it really hurts. So long, everybody. Ha ha. Yeah. Hey, do you like this music?
I should go.
Do 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 do. Completely free. Oh yeah. Dig that jam. Dig that jam. Ha ha. See ya.